Welcome, friends. Welcome. I have missed y'all. It has been a solid 10 days since I have streamed any FACEIT League for y'all. And well, you know, I was starting to get withdrawals. You know, I was like, damn it, I need to get on there. We need to stream some matches. There's some Overwatch stories to be told. We had some awesome stuff happening in Copa America over the weekend for their North America tournament. That was a lot of fun, but, you know, not quite the same. Not quite the same. We have an important match, genuinely enough. I mean, despite the long break, obviously breaking off a little bit of rust here, but we do have some genuine FACEIT League here for you tonight. A little off-season madness going on. Promotion relegation matches. 1 first to 3 to determine who gets to play in Master Division for Season 7. We've got, you know, 2 precious spots, 4 teams fighting for it. You win 3 maps, you play Master Division. You lose 3 maps, you're in Expert Division. It's as simple as that. There's not much more to it. You've got Crimsons. Crimsons came in as your 11th seed, 10-6 season in Season 6 for Expert Division. Pretty low on the totem pole as far as, I mean, top 16 make it in. If you're in EU, that's not even good enough to make playoffs, right? But Crimsons go on a fantastic run there through playoffs. End up making it all the way into 3rd place. Huge upsets through that bracket. So they end up beating Cafe, who's actually the other team that is playing on Saturday. I mentioned that is in these promotion relegation matches. They'll be taking on Amplify on Saturday. But so Crimson's 3-2 them there in the upper bracket, which, you know, if we look back, Cafe was what, your number 3 seed, I believe. Crimson's would also, you know, took down Nog Academy earlier in that. It would take your champions of Carter Garden would be the ones to beat Crimsons and be the ones to send them into lower bracket. And this 11 seed squad, I mean, they fight back through the lower bracket, make it all the way into the lower bracket finals, and just put up one hell of a run. Finished off the season really strong, adding Nodi into the lineup there about halfway through the season. I believe Ginger, old Captain Iceland, joining, I believe partway through Season 6 as well. They started off, what was it? They started off like 4-5, I want to say, and then finished the season 10-6. So, I mean, it was such a drastic turnaround for this Crimson squad. And then to fight their way all the way here into this promotion relegation match, where they faced Shikigami. Shikigami, I mean, kind of scrambled to get a team put together. Got picked apart kind of, you know, going into Season 5. This has been, Shikigami have been kind of struggling to put the pieces back together since the beginning of Season 5, since they lost their Regime Graveyard backline. Shikigami roster, the Season 4 roster, kind of fell apart from there. And they've been kind of struggling to put together ever since. They fortunately did get a squad put together here for, you know, for Season 6. And it ends up looking like a lot of the old ASU roster, right? You got a lot of history between Anhu and J-Man and Z-Panther from playing for Arizona State in collegiate Overwatch. We're hearing that the Shikigami is going to get first pick here. I guess they are considered your higher seed coming out of Master Division. Lijiang Tower pick with the Symmetra ban. They'll also swap sides. I'm going to get all of that plugged in for you before I forget. But as such, it was definitely a struggle bus of a season here for Shiki. Now, this squad that, I mean, has been in Master Division all year long is at threat of losing it. Is, you know, potentially 3 maps away, and coming off of such a rough season, you gotta think that's gonna affect the mental. You know, they don't have a whole lot of momentum coming into this from this past season. Let's see, went 3-12. Let's see, wins over Tapire, wins over whoever that was, and then went over In Control. Oh, it was the Anomaly squad. Duh. That was the NA Anomaly. That was what, Cross Soul? That was the Cross Soul team from Season 5? Then a 3-2 over Tapire. Whew. Which is kind of funny because that was the original Tapire squad was J-Man, Anhu, and the rest of the ASU squad here. Z-Panther, I believe, was a part of that as well. I mean, you do put up a couple of wins there towards the end of the season. Like, they didn't have this roster early. Like, if we're looking at this In Control map, this is a different Shiki roster, right? I think it was the tank. It was the tank is where they had all their problems, right? The Flint's not somebody I'm very familiar with. Then Aurora was the ASU tank. So after some tank struggles, as we have seen from a couple of teams who have struggled in the tank department, you bring in Arizona as your, as the Band-Aid. I don't know if that is, you know, do we see that going forward into Season 7? We'll see. We'll see. We see a little EMEA support in chat there for Crimson's. Chaco playing from across the pond.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Boom. I don't know what you're talking about. Perfect. Practically perfect. Did you see Ginger hit top 2? I know. Captain Iceland has been tearing it up. And Crimson's and Ginger will go into the Orisa comp to start this off. Arizona and Shiki into the Ramatra. Playing here with the Cass. I mean, you're gonna have to get a little bit closer to find that range. So right now, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a bit of a battle of Chaco kind of keeping everybody at bay. Able to play here on the back of the point. Always able to clean off the flank. Finds Anhu for an early pick. So far, nobody in control here early in this map 1. Oh, that's a nasty shot. And that big crutch of this Crimson's hole has been cut down. And find that cornerstone. That long-range damage was such a crucial piece of this hole. And Z Panther immediately finds that. It's an awesome skin. I think that was one of the newer skins. Flynn was a rostered ringer for that game. Yeah, Flynn is not a name that I recognize, that's for sure. No, it took forever for everybody to get in there, Tim. Sorry for the start. Like, we were waiting on a player for like 4 minutes. So I just kind of was filling time, you know. Kitsu exchange. Chaco's built up towards this OC as we look for a retake. Beat lands. Oh! Our Soda still just going to get mowed down. Survives, a sliver or two of health as the pulls comes in from Ame. Eventually, we'll get that finish and a nice little blink melee to take J-Man down as well. Ame and Crimson's flip at this point. Former Dildonkey Flynn. Oh, why hasn't anyone signed Dust? Hey, I remember Dust from Blast Off Butts. Looking good in some of those matches. I believe those Blast Off Butts. Somber advantage, not needed yet. Crimson's are able to just slow this down. You got an early pick on to J-Man. So far, you've got Shiki kind of contained into that back hallway. Okay, how's Arizona able to push and try to push forward and cheat this? Moment Arizona steps up. Yep, there's the beat. Things get a little messy out here in the open. Ginger eats a pulse. But with Z Panther going down, Alme delivering that kill once again. Oh no. Oh no. Arizona didn't see? Oh my goodness. That's too funny. Chef gets 2! No shot! Arizona ends up off the side again. And a quick reset here for Shiki. Oh my goodness. 85% counting here for the 11th seed coming out of Expert Division. We have Kitsus from both squads. The Annihilation from Arizona. It's going to have to be the difference maker here. J-Man's not going to get anything with the Deadeye. You know, Arizona does manage to push out the choke, but nobody else pushes past. The entire rest of the team seems to kind of get stuck in there. Z-Panther is able to swift step out, but it's been traded here. This kill on his chef, and then Sinshoot going down as well has delivered an opening for Shiki. I mean, job's not done. Obviously, that pulse puts Arsona in a bad spot. What's up, Blue Jay? I appreciate you being here. Good to see you. We do have Shiki in control. They are able to hold on to this point despite losing Arsona late in that exchange. Choco with their third OC. I believe their third OC of the fight. Actually, no. I think it's second. The first one didn't get used. They got booped off before it got used. Wait, did Chef just get 2 more? Cool! Chef just gets another 2-piece. Is that 5, 6 for Chef? What is going on? Chef is doing their best Lee Jae Gong impression here. Oh my goodness, got another pair through the window. I think Arizona was the unlucky recipient of 2 of those environmentals out of Chef. That was nuts. Crazy stuff. ILY Nora or Illy Nora? Could be either. I appreciate the follow. Hey, I just hope everybody has a good time. I love all these players, Blue Jay. I just want to see some fantastic Overwatch. I just want to see everybody just leave blood, sweat, and tears on the battlefield. J-Man is, I mean, it was fed up with your half a dozen environmentals there in that previous round. Immediately put Chef down. Woo! Quick shot, little fluck of the revolver. 2-piece for J-Man. First cap goes over to Shiki. 11th seed. 11th seed. Crimsons. They started off their season 6, 4-5 in expert division. Ended up going 6-1 to close out the season, get 3rd place in playoffs, and find themselves here with a shot at Master Division. J-Man with your fastest ult charge here of the round thus far. We're a handful of percentage away from a Deadeye. They are just going to let Christensen's kind of walk forward. See Arsona playing this tight corner right on the point, letting him walk into J-Man's sight lines. Chef in trouble. Manages to get out with around 50 health. Good play from Choco to kind of step up. Force J-Man back. Good peel. Good awareness. Suzu used early in this fight. And so, yeah, immediate response. The Z-Panther throws in a Kitsu. A 12-15% advantage on that ultimate. 1-for-1 trade after it's laid down. After the bricks have been laid. Choco is about to respond here with an overclock. It's going to right into White Room to pop that bad boy. Couple of red X's on the screen, but so far nothing into the kill feed, at least not for Choco. Captain Iceland's been able to find a pair, though, finishing off what Choco started with the OC and a flip here for Crimsons. Oh, I didn't get y'all preds. I'm so sorry. I forgot to give y'all preds. I'm rusty, y'all. 10 days off, and I'm rusty as hell. I'll get you preds for map 2. I'm so sorry. Look at this retake here out of Shiki. You got lots to work with. Deadeye is going to come out first. Stuck. Kiri gets the save. Beautiful Suzu. J-Man holds on to that Deadeye for as long as possible to try to get this flip, and they will. Okay, Choco. You know, we're looking at a lot of check marks on the other side, but taking Z-Panther out is huge. Fighting Chef, not ideal sound barrier in play on who's going to chase down Choco. Hold on to this Blizzard. Close out this second round. Yeah, it's the only ultimate not invested there. They're going to save that and a Kitsune Rush as a welcoming present here for Crimsons as they make their return. Chef drops the beat right in front of Anhu. Taunts the Mei there with the loudest sounds. As the bass rings out, the Blizzard comes in. Ginger's able to back away, but dies nevertheless. Arsona moves in for a pair. And this is looking like a Shikigami round 2. The Kitsune Rush more than enough. Well, I know you're not wrong. There's no Nodi in here right now. Yeah, and I had talked about during the playoffs in particular what a huge pickup that was for Crimsons and how that was such a big part of their 4-5 season turning into a 10-6 season overall was the acquisition of Nodi. So, I mean, honestly, valid point. Valid point out of my Noah chat. Also appreciate you being here, Goat. Good to see you, King. But you know what? In this current meta, having a hit scan, you know, we weren't, I don't know if we had quite gotten out of the Wuyong double flex DPS meta. Were we? I think we were out of it, but just barely. Like, teams were still playing it. I don't know. I think we were just starting to get back into a more traditional, like, range DPS, flank DPS. Hit scan, flex. Actually, kind of a recent video from OC was talking about main DPS and flex DPS. So, like, the exact same terminology as main support and flex support, but just applied to the DPS. I thought that was kind of an interesting... I hadn't really thought about it like that before. Anyway. No changes compositionally here from our two squads as we head into this third round. Let's keep an eye on Chef. Mouse tag? The mouse tag. Oh, J-Man getting warm. That's a nice 3-piece. Can you make it 4? You got the red X. Oh, the silver bullet actually does enough damage to Choco. No shot. 4-piece for J-Man in this opening fight. What beautiful shooting out of the cowboy. I know, that Foxy Curie skin is something else. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. Woo! That was some good shooting out of Z-Panther there in the back line. What an opener. And that is going to put a very quick stop to this attack. J-Man's going to pile on one more. Crimson's back away sheepishly. Hey, Galija, how do you know that they weren't gifted 2 limit? You know, you don't know that. Could have been a gift 2. All right, beats land for both. Alme's already down here. We've had 4 spoils already invested. Aristona's going to run forward with the annihilation. Gets bumped! Chef does it again! Boops Arizona off the side for the 3rd time this map. That time taking the annihilation down with it. Deadeye and OC have both come and gone during this exchange. Shikigami are forced to move off this point. They did get close to 80% here. Will probably be upwards of 80 by the time the flip comes through. Indeed. My goodness. Mono just subbed for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. All right, 2 going right. Actually, there's the rest of the team. Okay, all 5 converging right-hand side. Anhu putting pressure on the point. Annihilation available here for Ginger. Should be able to just outlast through this exchange. The Nemesis form below might get it done. Will end up popping the ultimate just to completely throw the balance into Crimson's favor. And it ends up being a very economical fight win. Love the sandwich created by Ame. Ame with a very clever position there. Just hoping Anhu, I think, would sneak in and they could shoot him in the back. But Anhu was wise to your ways, was smart enough to check White Room there. So full rotation. Both teams kind of end up now facing each other in this 5v5. Both were about 80% on the board, both squads. Kitsu invested there from Z-Panther. Chef drops the beat in. Fire is still a few percentage away. The chase is on. Fire, he's able to build up the rest of that sound barrier. J-Man now's going to use that to push in. The Deadeye finds Chef, kills them off the wall. The annihilation out of Arizona has forced the rest of Crimson's back, and we'll get a flip And one final fight for this opening map. %. Looking for the boot to deny the touch. You've got Ame. Chaco goes over to a Genji as well. We will get the touch onto the point. Ginger hits the Annihilation. He's actually going to go chase those members down into the tea house. This opens up a lot of space here for Crimson to move on to the point. Look at all that created. My goodness, what a corralling effort out of Ginger. Oh, but the clapback is good. Now, Kitsu in play out of Cinch to try to win a 3v4 here for Crimson's. On who goes down. Cinch might have just delivered. Sea Panther's able to respond. 3v3. Reinforcements will return slightly faster here for Crimson's. J-Man with the dead eye. Rotating around center pillar. The dash in from Chaku. Deflect right in their face. Perfectly timed. J-Man pulls the trigger. I mean, frame perfect there to get around the end of that deflect. Ginger's able to get a kill, but is hanging on by a thread. Pulse bomb lands here from Ame. Aerosword still standing. Has an Annihilation to completely fill up on health. And that is going to be the map. Shiki just have enough sustain to outlast and take this opener on Lijiang. All right, let's go look at some stats there from that opening map. I'll also remember to give you some Preds here this time around. Yeah, Preds are good. Preds are fun. I mean, really, really close. Shiki does have a couple extra fight wins. That's from Control Center. J-Man and Chaco, you're looking at 15-9 to 16-4. 10-5 from Ame versus 9-6 from Anhu. I mean, it looks like slightly more damage down the board from Crimson's, but also a couple more deaths down the board from Crimson's. Yeah, okay, so Crimson's banned Cass. Well, Crimson's banned Cass. I will verify that, but... Oh, come on, Mouse. Ooh, Mouse acting a little sluggish. Oh, Jill, you're too kind. I appreciate you. Oh, were they supposed to swap sides? I saw something there in the chat about, like, they got our sides wrong. Honestly, I'd rather them stay on the same sides. It just makes it easier to follow. And it was a JQ ban there from Shiki. Puts us into a Zarya mirror here with, I mean, mirror comps on both sides, as a matter of fact. Both teams walking the Soj. That early race and, well, the choice of defending stairs gives just a free first cap here to Crimson's. It's something Shikigami didn't like, something in the water here. As they had, waiting for some cooldowns, maybe bubble management, to try to push in, but they do give up that cap. Now, J-Man is given a beautiful opener, and Arson is going to layer another one on top of that. So we will get a quick flip here. You're Woods. I'm the special guest. Emphasis on special. I don't want to say anything until it's confirmed. I don't want to announce anything if it's not. It's just kind of, we're still tentative. It's still tentative. I'm trying to get a guest on. There's been interest expressed. Z Panther with a 20% lead here on this Kitsu. 63% on the board, and this could just be enough to take this opening market. A little bit of indecision here out of Shiki. They've given time for Senshu to come back in this, to build up that missing 20%, but they are just going to try to disengage, wait out some of the value from that. Choco's actually going to pull the trigger on the overclock before the Kitsu comes out. Now Senshu throws this Kitsu into play as well. Huge graph thrown onto the point. That's Uzu's not going to be enough. 3 caught in that. This will just be a Shikigami market. And a 1-0 lead here to start Suravasa. Oh, of course, I pulled out like the one corner and they're going the opposite corner. What are we looking at going to this next fight? Ginger, coming up on that graph could be a big one here. Sound barriers available for both of our squads, or at least will be in moments. Kairos, that's aggressive. Very aggressive. It's just Overwatch. There's no dismemberment necessary here. Can't believe I am rooting for Ame. Oh, dots. It's sending invites to the entire squad. That's why, like, in the first map, it showed levers, right? Like, I've never seen it have levers before either. So what's happening here is the FACEIT page is sending invites to the entire squad. So then Plato, who's not expecting to play, like, probably just logged on to Overwatch and received an invite. That's just what happens, right? You log on to the server, even though the invite was from a few minutes ago, that invite will pop up once Plato logs in. Saw an invite and went, oh shit, and hit accept, probably just out of either instinct or just, you know, muscle memory. I don't know, maybe thought they were needed. That grab did not do it. Ginger wanted it too. Hanu just baited that one so bad. Fiery's gonna drop sound barrier in. Chef's in trouble, gets the beat down. Still, Choco's gonna die, but it's kept this fight interesting. Ame will not find Pater with the pulse. Still trying to isolate a low J-Man. Finally gets them there. J-Man like went sliding between Ame's legs. This is a very broken fight here. 91% on the board. Ginger's not anywhere close. And we will get a flip here favoring Shiki. Juice leak Shiki season 7 roster. What? That looked like Arsona just kind of getting desperate there at the end. Took a lot of damage. I mean, he ended up stuck on a Doomfist. And just took way too much damage. Yeah, it's literally inviting the entire roster. Not just the people that you put in that you assign to play the game. It's inviting everybody who's on your roster. Alright, slow and steady push. As I say that, Choco just leaps up for the kill on the fire. He's slow and steady. My ass! Choco's just gonna get right in your face! Fearless. You know, we talk about, especially the players, we kind of talk about, you know, that NA has got, you know, it's kind of breeding DPS talent. You know, a lot of times you think about EMEA has got really good tanks, but, you know, NA has, you know, a lot of really good DPS players. Choco in here is like, no. You better put some respect on my name. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, what are we looking at? You are looking at an OC out of the other side. J-Man, we'll go ahead and pop that overclock. Ooh, got a low Ginger, and that will do it. Chef's beat is late into the fight, but J-Man does eventually go down, and Chef will find some value despite the the tardiness of the music. Chef and Ame. Mean duo here. Look at these two go. Are you kidding me? Oh, almost baited out the grab. Ended up blinking right back into it, though. That was one of those things where you feel like your spidey senses were tingling, and it kind of failed you. Like, are you that, or Ame didn't trust their instincts? That's exactly what that looked like to me. I've been there too many times. We also had there was a grab invested at some point from Ginger. Hero says, I'm linking EDM's newest pickup. Which, by the way, how's this your first time chat, Hero? I appreciate you being here. Good to see you, Goat. Linking EDM's newest pickup for the small price of a gifty. Ooh, good question about where's Sunnyside. Overclock in Nikitsu, drop it down low, ooh, and gets the flip. Yeah, Arasona just didn't have the health to stick around. I didn't quite see the micro on that, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I never will. But it looked like that was a favorable bubble trade there for Ginger, and was just able to pressure down Arasona once they saw that last bubble used. With the OC in play, I mean, that'll chew through those lightning fast. Sakoso? I appreciate the follow. My coach is in this game. Let's go, Sakosa. Who's your coach? Arasona just got a bubble available. Sound barrier out of Chef, trying to push forward. Looking to chase down Z Panther. Oh, fighting Choco and Ward too. The pulse actually goes right between the both of them. Finds neither. Fire is going to escort everybody away. Chases down Ginger. You saw the speed in as they just isolated Ginger into a corner. What a great recognition from Shiki in the midst of that chaos. You saw the all focus turned onto that tank. And a beautiful flip there from Shikigami. Now Shiki have a lot of weapons to hold on to this point and try to fourth our fifth and final flashpoint. J-Man will get a kill right out of the gate. It's going to be the OC that finds that one. Taking Choco down. Good follow-up on the Chef. And you are one and done as far as ultimates are concerned for that fight. Now we're into a Kitsu fight. Now we've seen Shishiki, yeah, kind of hesitate in these Kitsu fights. And this is another one of those times they're giving Sinshu time to build up this rush. Where if they would just go first, they would have the advantage. And obviously, they don't know that. Okay, they're going to open him. Actually, with the grab as opposed to the Kitsu, that'll work like a charm. It's the Big Bang. We're trying to start the universe all over again here. If you're Shikigami, they're at least trying to start their own universe over again. They will send us to the fifth and final flashpoint. Over to Temple we go. I know, right, Kermit? Don't keep us in suspense, Sikoso. On who just getting the spot. So this is a 5v3 currently on the point. Ginger and Crimson's getting very aggressive to try to find this opening pick. In fact, they're going to go and invest their Kitsu. And I was talking about this. Now, Shiki end up not needing their Kitsune rush in the previous fight. So I guess it's kind of null and void, but, you know, what it does indicate is Crimsons do not hesitate, right? That's really what I was thinking. Like, they do not hesitate. They go. Now, Cinch caught up to 20%, dropped the Kitsu, won a fight with it, and is starting to work on another one. You see Panther's been sitting on this one. It feels like this is going up in the third fight now. Chaco's had some Ooh, great OCs. It almost canceled the sound barrier with that one. That was close. Chef still about 20% away. Kitsu tossed in here from Zeke Panther trying to capitalize. Everybody from Crimson's kind of able to move up to the high ground, find some safety around the cover. Chef dancing up in the corner is able to keep Anhu at bay. Thank you, Biz. There's the Chef barrier. Looking to run down Arasona, boop into the corner, but they've got the bubble to get out and away. Regroup at the team. See the speed back in, 81%. All or nothing here as J-Man pops the overclock. We need some J-Man pop. Trying to find Chef. Oh, ooh, get that kill. I thought Chef might have just been a red herring there for a moment. Kitsu thrown onto the point. Arasona is low. 3v3 here left of this objective. Shikigami is looking to get the flip, but Ginger's still on the point. There's just not enough big bodies here to contest Ginger. And Captain Iceland, I think, is going to win out this map here. We'll get the revenge over Anhu, and that is that. We are tied up in your relegation match. Eben Flo, thank you for the follow. And you know what, everybody, just thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being awesome. All of you. You're all amazing. Yes, you. And even you. That one was down to the wire. This match is so darn close. Unbelievable. The Rialto pick is probably accurate. Let's see if I can refresh and get you some accurate bands. So stats from map 2. Of course, Plato, you know, delivering us that 60 seconds of awesome there in the middle of that map. No, very, very, very close. Kaame and Chaco both at 25 apiece. Chaco is going to be your damage leader there on Suravasa. Actually out damages Arasona and their own tank for that matter. But I mean, your Soj out damaged your Zaryas. Both of them. That's a lot of consistent damage output, if I've ever seen it. My goodness. A reminder from Crimson's for your 11th seed. We're your 11th seed. That's coming out of regular season of season 6. They would finish 3rd overall in playoffs. They had an amazing lower bracket run. I mean, they beat the Cafe, who were the 3rd seed, and who we're also seeing in these promotion relegation matches. You know, Crimson's took them down 3-2 there in those season 6 playoffs. So, like, don't let the 11th seed thing fool you. But still, the fact of the matter remains, they were your 11th seed. Let's see if we can figure out bands. We had Diva and Widow. Crimson's band Diva? No, Shiki band Diva. Shiki band Diva. All right, let's get into map 3. I guess I don't. We're seeing Ginger play a lot of Diva, but you know what? That doesn't mean that Ginger can't play the Diva. It was a Widowmaker band out of Crimson's. Will Ame be in Masters? That is the question. That is the $1 million question, Vindy. We're back into the Zarya here for Crimson's and Ginger. Arasona going back to the highly sustainable Ramatra we saw in Lijiang Tower. This worked out for them very well in that map. Sunless Fiber is my favorite bull skunk chatter. Hey, you know what? Let's go. Can they put Garchomp in for Amplify? I mean, apparently. I'm not entirely sure on that one, to be honest. Like, as far as when the roster lock for relegation matches happens, right? So, ooh, that's an early ice block force on that. And that's going to get your Suzu out as well. Here's the response is Arasona wants to chase something down, knowing that they had a small window to claim some kills and flip that. Otherwise, that was about to get out of hand, and they successfully do so. Fiery showing up in a big way. Gets that final blow on to Ginger. And ensuring that Shikigami can continue to march forward. Ooh, but Cinch! That's a big kill from Cinch. Crash the Honda. That's a great name. Thanks for the follow. Ame has improved so much, says Kermit. Genuinely, he's Thanos. He's Champ 3 right now. Dominator in rank. Dominator in scrims. Dominator in matches. Let's get a hashtag Ame to Ducks chain going. No Squaddle. I mean, I agree with I agree with what bits of that I understood, Kermit. Woo! Beautiful stick! Fire! He's blown to smithereens! And there it is! Ame just plants a big one on a Fiery. Oh, that was like a wet old auntie kiss, just right on the cheek of Fiery. Mwah! Oh, J-Man's sending a message here, but Shikigami will not get anywhere. That is a good copy pasta. Wait, what? Overwatch hater? Yo, seriously? Yo, calm down. Calm down, Overwatch hater. We try to be more positive than that around here. I'm just saying. The Kitsu does find Anhu. It was almost a good disengage here for Shiki. You know they were looking to slingshot back in, but that death on Anhu means it is a reset here. Now things are getting a little bit interesting. Ame is trying to see if they can follow up in this awkward spot and continue to pile on the hurt. Pulse bomb right in the middle of everybody, but Fire and J-Man both have the resources to get away. Choco tries to layer her in and bowl a shot, but comes up with Bupkiss. Ginger does make it to the high ground. We got jump ups. I love me some jump ups. I don't think they're needs. Sound barrier run down onto Ginger. Fiery ends up on the business end of this photon cannon. Will not find two in a row against Ginger. Both tanks just back away. Arasona trying to live with the annihilation, but Ginger just backs out of the range and lets it fade. But this is bot time for reinforcements to show up here. Shikigami have gotten a Kitsu in play. Anhu's got a kill, and they've got a Blizzard to work with to try to cap this point. They're going to use that just to try to capture Ginger. Ginger's able to pop the bubble and get in around the corner, but they're isolated and chased down nevertheless. And with 5 seconds to go, Shikigami have finally gotten a good foothold here on the final, 15, 20 meters needed to cap this point. The CV read. I don't know why I said it like that, but I appreciate the follow. Ame drop it and we'll get the touch. Overclock 8 play from J-Man and try to keep this map alive here for Shikigami. Trying to stay in Master Division here as they have for all of 2025. Don't want to get stopped now. Kitsu out of the opposition though, and Crimson still have their Zarya here alive and kicking. Olozi Panther trying to get chased down past the Suzu just to keep themselves in the fight. Buy time for the rest to get back, but Ame is able to land another pulse here. And this defense is outlasted on the back of Rialto. It's a full hold for Crimsons.
Score 0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Kermit says, who are you? What a hole! I thought it might have been Hater, but I still like to put it out there. Just so there's no confusion for anybody. All right, we've seen our fair share of fuller holds here on Rialto.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers.
Is it just because the Dynasty skin with the Galactic weapon look really clean on the main? Like the gold trim on the Galactic weapon looks really good. What an open shot there, Z Panthers delivered first blood already. Guys, can we ult on the payload, please? No, we're not having any of that. I mean, there are sort of ults on the payload for all 4 seconds. But, no. Blizzard on the payload? No shot. No shot. No. I mean, to be fair, you got that kill on the Ginger with the Blizzard. Like, you just couldn't quite close out the fight. Couldn't close out the 3v3. Z Panther will deliver the second kill of this defense, though. That's 2 on the Choco, right? Just use that 2 on the Choco out of Z Panther. J-Man with some fancy gun tricks here. Recall forced out of Ame, but they're playing off this back high ground. Beautiful little staging spot for the Tracer. Fiery does a good job of keeping Ame at bay long enough, though. And we'll get another, just kind of early poke kill. This one coming out of J-Man. Z Panther gets that kill onto Ame for their third of this defense. We're looking at a Kitsu, though. Now, that will be traded from Z Panther on the other side. Ooh, let's say that high ground could have been a good spot. Let's see. We're just going to go right up the gut. Try to chase down Anhu. Anhu will low. Jamie's going to try to provide protection with the Deadeye. He's kind of sidestepping a pulse bomb wall already. Blizzard thrown onto the point here. Kitsu in response out of this defense, and it's enough to pick up, too. Honestly, a fairly economical fight as well. You're able, well, I mean, you hold on to a lot of sustain in the form of the sound barrier as well as the annihilation here for Shikigami. Shacking off #1 fans. Quite the name. I appreciate the follow. Says, I hope Ame wins. Yeah, our Lucios were battling out there on the high ground. Both of them with sound barriers. Very important ultimates are coming into this. Rotation out of Ginger and Crimson's. Looking for a spot to use the grab. And map kind of flips. Defense is just going to take this as an opportunity and go inside where J-Man is able to cycle all the way clockwise around. Went on a full rotation to the courtyard to find that kill on to Choco. Grab comes in. It's going to find 2. No Suzu available. Perfectly timed. Ginger is able to cut down those 2 and Fiery and Anhu. Ginger will put 4 in the feed. And with 50 seconds to go, is standing on the box of victory. Biz says, didn't think I could relate to a chat anymore. Double, well, excuse me, it's gonna be Kitsu out of Crimson's countered by the sound barrier of Fiery. Jeff is able to get theirs in. Ginger Rifle's gonna turn the corner, goes right into J-Man. Oh, the Suzu was a touch early. The Pulse takes them out of their Deadeye. Kitsu now in play here from the defense as Z-Panther tries to hold off this cap. 15 seconds to go, 2 meters. Separate one of these teams from match point. Overclock now in play out of Choco. Crimson's want to punch this home. A very low Arizona has got the block, slop in play, and it still won't be enough to keep him alive, and that will be the cap. Crimson's move up to 2-1.
Play of the game.
Match point. Here in your first promotion relegation match of Season 6. And it's the expert squad. It's the underdog squad who claims it. It all the way down to the wire for what feels like the third map in a row. This has gone to the very final fight. So we get an Esperanca pick. Is this legit? Do we get real bands? No, we do not have real bands. This is not legit. Let's go with some stats here for map 3. God, I've missed this. I have missed y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Oh, what a fun match. I was editing some matches today. I just got like the some more of your expert stuff uploaded today. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, man, I miscasted, like, doing my FACEIT thing. Like, we had some awesome matches for Copa America over the weekend. That was amazing. It's not the same as, you know, as our little humble streams here. I love hanging out with y'all, all of you. I don't know, it's just something very, very personal, you know? Anyway, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. This is, I had missed this. Thank y'all so much for being here. On my 15-4 there in that map 3 victory for Crimsons. One map away from Master Division. Captain Iceland will take gold damage there. 9,800. Just slightly over our Sona there at 93, we'll say. It was one point away from 9,300. I thought for a moment we were actually getting a swap there from Shiki. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case, though. All I'm saying is Shiki have been in relegation 2 out of 3 seasons. Now that's consistency, Woods. Coach. Coach, buddy. Oh, God. I don't mean to alarm you, but look at rank 1 DPS in A. What do we think? Did we get a map 5? Oh, the 5 mile. Also reteamed a dad joke. Did you hear about Bigfoot's promotion at work? Yeah, Bigfoot got promoted. He had some big shoes to fill. There you go. There's a promotion joke for you here for our promotion relegation match. That one was for you, 5 mile. It's a small world. I feel like everyone in esports is somehow related. I know, right? You sent the leaderboard to DMs. Let's go. Cave in chat says, let's go, Crimsons. Appreciate you being here, Goat. Always good to see you. All right, well, we'll have to check out this leaderboard here after this Esperanca. Monkey! I mean, just monkeys. That's all. I have nothing else for you, just Winton. No thoughts, only Winton. Alright, Shikigami so far kind of contained back in the room. Ginger has gone back into the Orisa in lieu of the Zarya ban. So it hasn't been as aggressive here. It's been a little bit of a slower start, but yeah, eventually finds the trades that they want, both in cooldowns and in kills. It's a flawless opening fight here to start things off. I'm glad you liked it, Oliver. I'm glad you liked it. Ooh, you gonna go up the high ground? I know Jimmy was thinking about it. There's the roll up. Bullet shot, throw it in. Oh, Choco's able to fight fiery with that, even through the lamp on the other side. Man, I just need to give you some Choco pop here. It's another flawless fight out of Crimsons. So far, no deaths on the board. You're looking at 2,500 damage for Choco already. Oh, y'all are too kind. Y'all are too kind. Cave, you're the goat. Why do you Shiki ban like this? I mean, to be fair, the Zarya had been tearing him up, but... the carry ban really actually kind of surprised me. But it's been working out so well, right? I feel like Sinshut has has definitely looked more comfortable in this. Z-Panther has been a little silenced, where Z-Panther was getting a lot of opening kills on that carry in that previous map. And look at this. Great positioning on the window. Checkpoint and more. Anu does deliver the first kill for Shikigami here in this map. Has a pulse bomb ready to go. Whoop. Jumping away. Cinch is low on health. Cannot escape the Doritos of Arizona. Fiery will lose that ultimate. Chef shuts down the sound barrier on the other side. But J-Man is able to find two despite the Ajax. And I think Shikigami have got this one in the bag. That's a hell of a feeling, though, when a Lucio gets an Ajax on the other Lucio. Like, that is sending a message. Holy hell. But J-Man is not going to go that quietly into the night. You know, J-Man's not going that quietly into Expert. Let's get active, Shiki, says Ewan. Yeah, that's been a problem with them all day long. It's legit, they've been giving up 20% ult advantages because they're taking so long to engage. It has been a problem all night long for this Shiki squad. J-Man, I mean, is going to drag this team kicking and screaming through another fight win. Ginger low, lamp broken. Ginger's not going to get out of there in one piece. Back-to-back engagements claimed by Shiki. This one actually pretty clean. No deaths on that one for Shiki. That was a far cleaner fight than we've seen in the previous three. All right, this will deliver checkpoint. Both teams now will have checkpoints unlocked before we hit the halfway mark in time. Keep an eye on Ame. Ame has kind of been the beast of Crimsons here. The demon of Esperanza. Into the back goes the pulse! And Arizona just got destroyed. The lamp not quite there. An Ant Matrix was even used in vain to try to keep the tank alive. And the Z-Panther just kind of has to sheepishly back away from it. CSS Mod, I appreciate you being here. Or I hate CSS Mod, or LCSS Mod. So, 4-meter lead here for Crimsons. About 4.5 minutes left to go. What are we looking at ult-wise? We're going to send coming up AJMR. Oh, it's just not here. Excuse me. I glanced down at chat, and you lose your BAP. That is not ideal. Somehow, we're still getting Crimsons in control of this bot. How? Okay. Okay, so the death onto the BAP, and still Crimsons, I mean, are tentatively holding on to high ground control here. They get progress on the bot in a beautiful window. Ginger's going to layer in a Terror Surge, try to yank people into that double damage. But Sound Barrier from Fiery is able to get everybody out of harm's way. J-Man's able to respond and get even more value than just a disengage beat. Woo! Chaco will swing that, but Z-Panther and Anhu get into kill feed, win this fight out for Shiki. Okay, J-Man's still making their way back into this fight. As such, Shiki aren't able to really claim control just yet. Oh, this time it's Crimsons who take their time getting back to the bot. This is actually good for Shiki. Gives them a chance to get J-Man set up onto this high ground. Couple bolts land from Chaco. Does have a bolo shot ready to go. Is kind of playing from the low ground. A very, very small lead here, barely being held on by Crimsons. 4 ultimates available here for Shikigami. That's gonna be the bullet shot out from Chaco. Oh, God, that was from miles and miles away. Anu is gonna put the pulse bound into this fight, and ends up just being Chef. You know, it looks like a beat for 2. Might have sounded romantic. Ends up being the Shikigami lead here is a superfluous dead eye comes out from J-Man. Lands and drops the airfly. Oh, yeah. Amplify logo is free for all followers. Amplify is a team of the people. That was an enormous win, enormous engagement win there for Shikigami. Able to put up a 30-meter lead on the back of that. Got significant progress through yellow bus. Rotation around. Since she's going to drop the Ant Matrixes, Shiki, I think, tried to drop down and just fight on bot. Ooh, rotation from J-Man. J-Man goes all the way around. Looking for the swing, but just puts themselves in their back up against Ame. Got sandwiched between Ame and Chaco. So that delivers. The fight went over. But Shiki's still in a pretty good spot. You've got a significant lead on both of your support ultimates. You've also got a pulse bomb here from Anhu. We need a J-Man final blow counter? Dude, I feel like J-Man has been putting up quite a few. That is, I really wish, I'm working on it. I've already requested a couple times, but I really wish we had final blows in the stats for the FACEIT League page. Anyway, because, I mean, a J-Man, I mean, look at this shit. Holy hell, J-Man is on track for a flooded deadlift. Like, has to be, right? Has to be. Oh, an unfortunate late kill. For the Shiki fans, Ame able to sneak out a beautiful trade onto the most important hero they could, fighting that BAP. This is going to make things awkward for Shiki to try to hold here. Really, really good kill. And Ame's in a position to go pulse bomb her. Yeah, you bet. Oh, does get forced out all three blinks she used. Anhu in pursuit. We'll get the recall. Likes their odds. Decided to jump down. Still continuing the double blink in. Chasing Ame all the way around the map. Ame gets to the mega. Has the pulse. And they're fighting in the middle of the map. This tracer duel is just outstanding. All right, let's go check back in here. It looks like our tracers have disengaged from each other to rejoin the rest of the squad. Shikigami trying to play on this high ground walkway. Ginger has swapped to a Ramatra just to try to hold on here for that bit of extra sustain. Chef and Shoot are close to their support ultimates, but don't have them just yet. Fiery has one. Shiki won't go first. They are waiting around here for the other team to make the move. Chef goes down. Anu delivers a beautiful pick. Is it going to be enough? Fiery's going to go ahead and drop the beat. Arasona coming here pushing forward, but you've lost J-Man into this fight. You do get that kill on Chaco. It's a 3v3. Sinchut's going to throw in an amplification matrix. Ame tried to put in a pulse. Couldn't find it. Ant Matrix does keep Arasona off of this point momentarily. Ame eventually is able to wrangle down Z Panther, and Crimsons are going to win this engagement. Fiery has sound barrier here for this fight. Z Panther coming up on the amplification matrix and down this long street. That could just be enough. Keep an eye on the BAP. How are we going to position this? Does J-Man get to use it? 92%. We don't have it online just yet. Arasona's low. Pops the Nemesis form. We'll have the Annihilation to layer. Keep an eye on who's dueling Ame. Chef has dropped the beat, and Crimsons are trying to get aggressive as they do go first, but that window has just got sight lines all the way down this street. Shikigami, force a map 5.
Play of the game.
Fiery is banned. Let's see. Hold on. I want to see this. While y'all look at stats, I'm checking the DM from Fudgy here. The Dilducks. The Dilducks are number 1 That's amazing. That is amazing. Look at this, y'all. Dilducks are number 1 in the leaderboard. Let's go. Let's go. That's amazing. All right. And if that wasn't amazing enough, we've got a map 5 here in this Gigabanger. Stats for map 4. Look at J-Man, 24 and 6. I mean, it feels like J-Man had to have a flooded deadlift on that one. Like, holy hell. I talked about it at the beginning of that map, the very beginning of the map. You could see it. Like, after Shikigami loses 2 fights back to back without getting a single pick, like, J-Man just like, no. I'm dragging y'all to a map 5. If not all the way to, out, make sure that they don't, dragging you out of expert division doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. All right, who takes map 5? Who takes map 5? One map to decide if you play in Master Division for Season 7. I mean, this is going into 2026. This is how you start the next year, right? This is how you start off the next year. Do you start in T2 or do you start in T3? It is all going to be determined by one map of Samoa. The stakes could not be any higher. All right, let's check our bans for map 5 here. What do we got? We got a Ram and a Tracer banned out. Crimson's banning the Ram. And then the Trey banned out here from Shiki. Just getting all that plugged in. Let's get the stage set for this brilliant map 5. Unbelievable. I mean, I believe it. Like, Crimson's looked so good in those playoffs. I mean, what a run. What a run out of Crimson's. The squad, I mean, in case you missed it, in case you weren't paying attention, like, close attention to Expert Division for Season 6, this Crimson squad, was way low on my power rankings, but started off the season, 4 and 5? Started off the season 4 and 5. Like, halfway through the season, over halfway through the season, they didn't even have a winning record in Expert Division. What a turnaround. 6-1 finish to close out the season 6 with a 10-6 record. That's good enough for that 11th seed that I've been talking about. Then a Cinderella run through playoffs, taking down the likes of Nog Academy and Cafe. And I mean, what an underdog story here for the Crimsons. And find themselves one map away from Master Division. Never forget the old Crimson's roster, says Vendy. Let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
We're going to get a Zarya mirror on who? Pulls out the Reaper here for the first time tonight with the Trey banned out. Actually, both of our squads are going to play the Reaper here. Makes sense. We're going to get the Zarya Reaper combo. No naked Zarya at this time, as OC would call it. And, we have seen, Ginger pretty much winning this Zarya match pretty consistently. That will be the case here in this opening engagement. First fight, first cap. We'll go to Crimson's. Where is Nodi? Honestly, Nodi is a notable absence here for Crimson's, but they've been doing well. They've been doing well. The Crimson's team only replaced 6 to 7 people. I see what you did there, Kayla Rody. I see what you did there. Fight up here at the reactor. Couple opening picks. Go to Crimson's. This is the exact same start we saw to Esperanca. 2 fight wins, not a single death here for Crimson's. This time it's not Choco, but really more about team effort. It's Ginger who actually leads in damage more than Choco this time around. Waiting for Ginger to go Queen. The match just done. Just over. Z-Panther here leading, actually tied with Cinch and Ult Charge essentially. Essentially? All right. Oh, Anu ends up way ahead of the rest of the pack. I don't know if the bubble just got destroyed or what, but that was Little bit of a disconnect there from Shiki. And this is going to give another 20% or so over to Crimson's. Chef goes down, Ame goes down. Z-Panther responds with a Kitsu. The second Kitsu wins the fight. Already, it's a +1 right now for Shiki. So they get their first kills, they'll get their first percentage. Oh, the Suzu almost bailed Arasona out, who responded with a 3-player grab, but there's just not enough punching power left to do anything with the Graviton trade. Ginger's going to come up with a nice kill onto Fiery. Chef is just going to throw in the beat. A song of celebration, seemingly, here from Crimson's, as J-Man will get run down. And this is looking like Shiki won't even get to use their all-important ultimates. Sound barrier from Fiery. I mean, just a desperate attempt to try to extend this out. Cabe says, hey, Nog, I think these teams need Dilduck's coaching. Relegation matches are their specialty. That's pretty funny. Nog says they don't drink enough. You want to play Saturday? Juice, can you drop a new trend? I want to follow it. When does you play Never Again? Never Again. So watch the ambush from Ame here. Seagull returns in 2027. The great return to Overwatch. Oh, does Arsenal just not have the bubbles to do anything? Yeah, just didn't have the bubbles to continue to contest. And it's just a slow whittling through the cooldowns here from Crimson's. And looking like another good start. Yeah, Choco positioned up in this top side. It's just a 4-point defense there from Crimson's. Oh, yeah, I had a square set up on that objective. All angles covered, and just beautiful shot out at Choco. Extends this past 50% mark. Anima says, I got Midori stonks early. Knew Zach with the floor was the GOAT. I mean, you know, reasonable. Grab comes in, catching 3, but the sound barrier is in play here from Chef. Kitsu in from both of our squads. And Choco has an OC just to close this one out. Crimson's basically one fight went away from Master Division as the sound barrier is thrown in. Anu's trying to chase down. Oh, got him low, but Ami receives the bubble at the last possible moment. Chaku's able to respond. Then Ginger turns their big photon carrier onto Anu. Now no DPS remain. 81% as the grab comes in to catch Arasona. Got Fiery in that as well. That is the supports down. Crimsons have won their fight. Now just need to deny a touch. 93% of the board. Handful of seconds away. Death Blossom in desperation will actually get a couple of kills. Is there a touch? Arson is here. We will get an OT. J-Man fights one as well. We are not done with this map just yet. Shiki holding on by a thread. 12 o'clock in play. The weird music fades. No kills on the back of that. He's going to teleport in from Ame. All pressure on Arasuna. Arasuna just gets melted. Just got absolutely destroyed on the point. The Kitsu here, throw it in. And the Suzu layered it on top. Gonna keep everybody alive and healthy here for Crimson's. Ginger Evil's gonna move in and find Onhu. Burns through J-Man. Crimsons have done it. It's just Z Panther left alive here. Arasuna returns. All guns pointed at the Doomfist. No shot you bring this one back. There's no way. There's gonna be a touch here at the end. No ultimates to try to cheat out this 5-player deficit. Crimsons have got this focus fire in check. Choco takes down J-Man and Crimsons move into Master Division. Your 11th seed fights back all the way to 3rd place in playoffs and a spot in Master Division for Season 7. yeah, you'll get baited for a minute. You'll get baited for a minute. But alas, Shikigami cannot make miracles happen time and time again. And Crimsons won't let that next fight slip between their fingers. They absolutely will not let that next fight slip between their fingers. Yeah, unfortunately you end up on a Doomfist there at the end. Unfortunately, J-Man just doesn't get it. The OC, I mean, you had to get something with that overclock. You had to get something with that overclock. And with that not hitting pay dirt was really, that was kind of the beginning of the end there for Shikigami. And this team had been in Master Division, I mean, since the beginning? Shikigami had been in Master Division the entirety. They're in Master from Season 1. They spent 6 seasons in Master Division. They were in Master from Season 1. Make it up into OWCS there for Season 4. And find themselves falling all the way down to Expert here by the end of the year. I mean, granted, very different rosters and stuff. But damn, what a journey. God, what an unfortunate turn. My heart breaks for the Shikigami squad. But you know what? You got something to fight for going into 2026. I tell you what. You'll have something to fight for going into 26. Let's go back and review some stats there from that map 5 once one more time. I kind of looked at it, but I didn't really absorb it. Yeah, I mean, you had Captain Iceland 27-1. 8,200 damage. Choco 23-2 at 8,800 damage. Choco, I believe, is going to be your player of the match here tonight. I mean, despite Chef coming out with like some Lijiang Gone performance there on Lijiang Tower, and you know, I mean, Ginger looked outstanding in the Zarya. Every time looked outstanding in the Zarya. But it was, for me, Choco really able to hold Shiki at bay. And I think there was a real lack of aggression out of Shikigami here today. And I think a lot of it was because of Choco. I think Choco was consistently keeping him in bay and was forcing Shikigami to take more time and to spend more than they would like to move forward and push in to take fights. Really nice performance here out of Choco. We're looking here at this 12K map 2. I mean, it feels like so long ago, but that 12K Suravasa, that 32 Suravasa that, you know, put Crimsons on the board, that kept them from going down 0-2 in this fight. It was Choco who was the real standout in that very pivotal map to keep Crimsons in this. There you go. Choco, your MVP.